米大リーグドジャースの大谷翔平選手が日本時間16日、本拠地で行われたアスレチックス戦に1番指名打者で先発出場し、3回に今季14号となるスリーラン本塁打、続く4回には15号2ランを放ち、1試合2本塁打の活躍を見せました。今季初のマルチ本塁打で、ナ・リーグの本塁打王争いでトップに並びました。3回1死1、2塁の場面で、大谷選手はアスレチックスの右腕アレキサンダー投手が投じた外角のチェンジアップを逆方向のレフトへ運び、弧を描いた打球はフェンスを越えて14号スリーランとなりました。さらに4回には、1死1塁の場面で早くもこの日4打席目を迎え、再びアレキサンダー投手の外角シンカーをセンター方向へ弾き返しました。打球速度は 109.6 マイル、約 176.3 キロ。飛距離は418フィート、約 127.4 メートルで、打球はセンターバックスクリーン左へ突き刺さりました。米カリフォルニア州の地元局、NBC スポーツ、ベイエリアでは、実況を務めたジェニー・キャブナー氏が、
大谷の先頭打者ホームランで、ドジャースが1対0と先制です。
と落胆気味に伝えました。また、アスレチックス OB で、完全試合男として知られるダラス・ブレイデン氏は、
大谷が早くも得点を挙げた。これこそが彼がいかに危険な存在であるかの証明だ。デーブ・ロバーツ監督が彼を一番に起用している理由がわかるだろう。
と淡々と語り、古巣の出鼻をくじかれたことへの警戒感を示しました。さらに、大谷選手への称賛は止まらず、純粋な野球の才能という観点で見れば、大谷翔平に匹敵する選手すら存在しないと、そのユニコーンと称されるゆえんについても語られました。この試合の模様は日本語字幕付きでご紹介します。
First and second for Ohtani. Strikeout in the first inning, sacrifice fly in the second, and a third plate appearance already here in the third inning. Home run last night was his 13th of the year. Kyle Schwarber earlier, he's leading the league in home runs. Corbin Carroll's second. And then there's Ohtani tied with Eugenio Suarez for third. On a 2-0, Ohtani launches the ball the other way, headed towards the seats. It is gone. A 3-run home run from Shohei Ohtani. 10 runs for the Dodgers in 3 innings.
Changeup just kind of floats out there. Ohtani just kind of flicks it out in the air, and it just continues to carry. Unreal power the other way.
And so correction to the graphic. He's tied for second, tied with Corbin Carroll. 7th in his last 12 games. But at Ohtani's Little League field, there was a stream that ran beyond the right field wall. And he was losing too many balls in that stream by pulling home runs, so they told him, you got to stop doing that. He said, okay, I'm going to teach myself how to hit it the other way. So he started hitting home runs away from the stream to left center. And that's how he developed that stroke that you so often see, where he looks like a right-handed pull hitter, just banging balls to left center field.
Outman on second, Kim at first. The pitch to Shohei Ohtani. Low and outside, 2-0. Jason Alexander just recalled game 1 of this series. A shuffle of moves by the A's in their bullpen. And Shohei Ohtani sends one to left. Shohei Ohtani has a home run on his bobble night.
I mean, this guy is just on another planet. I mean, I've run out of words.
I mean, imagine being Dave Roberts each and every day, being asked to describe something new that Shohei Ohtani has done. He's really shaping the benchmark for what it means to be the best player in Major League history.
Well, he has taken the mold of what you thought was baseball talent and completely shattered it. I mean, we have seen incredible ball players, Jenny, you and I both throughout our time, the game's history. I mean, this is a changeup out of the strike zone. But Ohtani looking in one spot, knows he's going to get worked away, and delivers. That's what you call an Oppo taco, folks. And Ohtani is feeding everybody.
Rookie bets on. It'll bring up Freddie Freeman. And you look at this number in terms of home runs for Shohei Ohtani since 2021. Only Aaron Judge has more. And we've seen, obviously, the run that Aaron Judge has had for those last couple of years. 211 for Judge, 192 now for Shohei Ohtani.
Well, I mean, it took some godlike performances from Aaron Judge to beat out Ohtani in an MVP race.
Here's Ohtani, who launched a 3-run home run, one of the 2 3-run bombs last inning. Andy Pajes had one of his own. Second straight game that Ohtani's gone deep, 14 total. And he takes away ball 1. It's another run scored for him. Now 47 to lead the majors by a wide span. He's on pace to score 173 runs. The only guy that's ever scored more than that in a year, Babe Ruth, 177 in 1921.
It's a lot of running around.
We were talking about Shohei as a little leaguer with the stream beyond the right field wall. Couldn't hit any more balls in there, so learned how to hit it the other way. Little League's such an important stage for developing a guy's, obviously, skills, but his style in the game. And there's another shot, center field. Back it goes, gone again. Another Ohtani home run. He's tied with Kyle Schwarber for the National League lead.
That is the appropriate word.
Who quietly has reached 3 times, scored 3 times, knocked in a run. All right, set bets. It's Rojas with the changes they had earlier. Check in with Kirsten.
Yeah, Joe, so the guys are having some fun down here, and it's really between Andy Pajes and Shohei Ohtani. It started yesterday, so when Andy hit the home run yesterday, he came into the dugout, went to Shohei and was like, yeah, check me out. I could do this too. Then, of course, today, Shohei hits the home run. When he comes in, he was staring down Andy Pajes. Andy then followed that up with his home run. Now, of course, we've seen Shohei. Andy looks at him and he goes, that was okay. Teo was involved there. There's a battle going on, but now that Andy's been pulled, he can't even try to respond, guys.
Yeah, not fair.
One out walk to the top of the order. That'll bring a big applause from the crowd as Shohei Ohtani comes up after hitting a 3-run homer. 4 RBI night for the leadoff hitter. Well, I guess the only thing you can say about Shohei is he hasn't pitched. It's been a while.
Yeah. I think if the Dodgers have their way, they'll probably ease him into a role. I think we will see, which is coming out of the bullpen. And that's all based on, health, how he's feeling, productivity, a lot of variables.
I mean, you think about the length of his contract, and as he continues to age, we take a look at Matt Sauer there, and it looks like he will probably be finished here. 4 innings for him on 68 pitches. Very efficient with the 2 runs allowed. Of course, all the run support he got tonight. I think for Shohei, that discussion has come up a lot as he ages, and even before he had to have this surgery that's left him off the mound as a starter, is could this be a guy that's closing games for you in the future?
I don't think there's any question about the viability of that.
Hitting home runs and collecting saves. Wouldn't that be something? Speaking of home runs, Shohei's added another. 15 home runs for Shohei Ohtani here in 2025. And it's 15-2.
Uncle. 20th multi-homer game for Shohei Ohtani. Barry Bonds is the name that comes up when you ask a lot of folks who the best pure baseball player they've ever seen is. And I would agree. But I would also rebut with, as far as pure baseball talent is concerned, you're going to be hard-pressed to find a unicorn any better than Shohei Ohtani. We've been discussing what he's capable of on the mound and what that could look like in the future. What you have seen unfold since the day he showed up in the big leagues, at least at the plate, from a hitting perspective, has been otherworldly. And it's only gotten better. So when I think about overall best baseball player, I think Barry Bonds, we can have that conversation. As far as just pure talent is concerned, arm talent, bat to ball talent, we haven't seen anything like this.
Nothing.
Nothing even close.
I mean, when you dig into his past and you start to look at how he was raised in Japan, how he watched the game of baseball, how he played the game of baseball, meticulous down to how he wrote out goals, the backhand. He wrote out every goal of how he wanted his whole entire life to go.
And something that I'm not sure we saw on that list, Jenny, was I'd like to establish the 50-50 club. Well, he went ahead and took care of business with ease, frankly. And there it was, 5-0, 5-0.
59 stolen bases, 54 home runs for Shohei Ohtani last year.
Just think about how close those numbers are to 60-60.
That's what's crazy.
Right?
That's what's crazy. And projected out now, he has 15 home runs sitting in game 44. It's a little bit over 25% of the games that are going to be played in the season. He'll get close to 60 again if it projects right. What a moment for Johnny Pareda to be staring down one of the greatest hitters of all time in Shohei Ohtani. That's a called strike.
Pareda is bailing. Well, it reminds me, Jenny, of a ball game one year. We're in Goodyear spring training, and I'm warming up, and Mr. Bob Feller had been celebrated. He was cruising around the cart. Stopped by to say hello, and I just, respectfully I asked, "Hey, Mr. Feller, you got any advice?" He said, "Do what I used to do, chuck and duck." Jokingly, this is a man who was out throwing mini bikes back in the day. But Johnny Pareda taking it to heart right now.
I mean, he's in a battle here with Shohei Ohtani.
John.
Oh, Johnny Pareda strikes out Shohei Ohtani. Talk about a mic drop. He had to wipe his own nose.
Get you some. JP stepping on the gas pedal. Little elevation situation.
I mean, there is nothing fun about being on the losing end of a 17-2 game right now. But that is one moment that Johnny Pareda will have for a lifetime.
I mean, Jenny, there's folks that they pay quite a bit of money to who have struggled to figure out how to get him out.
You see Severino and Springs right there, like, should we ask him about that sequence?
You got the full Shohei Ohtani experience tonight. He knocked you in for your first run scored, then he has 2 home runs on his bobblehead. What is that like being his teammate?
He's the best player I've ever seen. It's anyone can say it. I'll be another one to say it. It's special to be on the team with him and see the things that he does on a baseball field every night.
How weird was it seeing him strike out there? Against position players?
It's baseball. You're going to strike out a lot in this game, and the more you strike out probably means the longer your career was.
You looking forward to catching him?
I am very excited, and I can't wait for that day to come.
When you know it's a Shohei Ohtani bobblehead night, are you just waiting for him to homer? Is that become commonplace now for this team?
It's every night.
It's true.
It doesn't have to be his bobblehead night. It's kind of just every night. It's he's incredible, and it's really fun to be on the same field as him. And every single day I expect something amazing, and he kind of does it.
A little fluky though to see him strike out against a position player.
That's true.
See, what I took out of that was Miggy Rowe taking his bat and after he struck out and using that to get a hit. It's kind of like, hey, I'll show you how it's done. It was it's a fun moment. Obviously, it sucks to get that strikeout, but that's kind of just us having fun.
You running out of things to say about Shohei Ohtani with all of these special moments?
Yeah, what else can you say? I mean, he struck out against a position player. How about that? But no, excuse me. Shohei's been great. Thank you.
Sorry, it's the mic.
Sorry, thank you. Yeah, Shohei, God, there's not many more superlatives you can use for Shohei. Change up down below, home run, driving in a run, almost missed a homer, another homer. He's just playing really good baseball. I mean, we saw it all last year, so he's sort of just doing what Shohei does, which is amazingly not amazing anymore, I guess.
Are you circling his bobblehead nights on the calendar now?
Yeah, we need some more. I think that 4 or 5, I guess, a year is not enough because, you know, when he has a bobblehead night, he seems to really perform.
What a night for the Dodgers offense. They scored 19 runs, a season-high 5 homers. And this is just 2 nights after they went 0 for 12 with runners in scoring position in the first game of this series. They go 9 for 13 with runners in scoring position tonight. Shohei Ohtani, the man on his bobblehead night, Jerry. We talked about what he was going to do for an encore. He hit a walk-off homer in his first bobblehead night. Tonight, 2 homers, 6 RBIs, gave all the fans what they wanted to see.
We knew he was going to do something special tonight. He loves his bobblehead night. We're going to have 4 of them this year. Really, we should have about 15 of them because he does something special. Multi-homer game, outstanding performance, a really great performance by the offense tonight. Fun to see.
And all the fans were happy as well because, as we talked about, Shohei Ohtani on his bobblehead night, about 50,000 fans here. Everybody wanted one of these, but they also wanted to see Shohei do something special like he seems to do every time he's having a bobblehead night, Jerry, and sure enough, he came through with those 2 homers and 6 RBIs.
This guy has a flair for the dramatic, never disappoints. And understanding it is his bobblehead night, he needed to do something special. To have all these fans come out knowing all eyes were on him, he did not disappoint, driving a few balls over the wall. Great job here. This ball is running away. It could have been a ball, but he's able to stay on it and drive it over the left center field wall. He's got tremendous power. To see that fastball running away, he stays back. Incredible hands as well. Foot down, head down on contact, going the other way. Love that he's able to have power to off fields. And he really almost had 3.
Yeah.
Just missed one early in the ball game, but once again, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs on the night.
Yeah, all the opposing pitchers have to be perplexed of how to pitch Shohei, right? We saw him try to go inside last night, bomb. They try to go away on the black, the first home run we saw, bomb. You can't really pitch to this guy. Yeah, you got to try to hit your spots, but you miss a little bit, or sometimes even when you hit your spot, he has the potential to drive the ball out of the park. As pitchers, you're taught, okay, if I hit my spot and he still gets a single the other way, I'll take that, right? That's hitting. Not this take guy. Out of the park with pitchers' pitches. And him being a pitcher obviously helps him in these situations because he knows, okay, they came in on me last time, maybe they got me out. They'll probably try to come back in there with something else. So he's playing that game, and he's playing it well.
And that's a great point, too. And James was a great high school pitcher as well. Pitchers know, and Shohei Ohtani knows, his first home run was out of third. Could have been off the plate. He drives it the other way for a home run. Of course, pitchers are going to make adjustments. Shohei Ohtani knows that. They're probably not going to go out there again, at least not the next at bat. They try to crowd him inner half. They miss middle of the plate, and he did not miss it. Dead center. Once again, he makes his adjustment, too, on the fly. Tough to pitch to.
Let's get to the River Rock Daily Jackpot, and it was Shohei Ohtani's night. The 50-50 bobblehead, no player in the history of baseball to ever hit 50 home runs and have 50 stolen bases. Last 2 games, 3 home runs, 7 RBIs, hitting 444, an OPS of 189, on pace. Well, going into today, he was on pace for 173 runs scored. We always are going to talk about who's the greatest player to have ever played and generations and everything. I just don't know if we've ever seen a player, because of what he was able to do on the mound. We'll see what, coming back from another Tommy John, what that will mean. But his skill set as an all-around player, offense, the ability to run, the size, to get on the mound and have ace-like stuff. I don't know if we've ever seen this skill set before.
No, he's a freak of nature. I mean, as you see, it's pretty difficult to prepare and be really good in one position, and he did it for a short period of time. And there were a lot of people, including myself, to wonder if he could sustain that on both sides of the ball. And I don't know if it was happenstance or just the way that it happens when you're putting that much strain and stress on your body, that it happened to him, that he hurt his arm. But, one thing about the Japanese culture and their hitters, they're so unique. I enjoy watching Ichiro when he came here because they do such a great job of leaking a little bit, but they keep their hands in a position to where they have an idea of what they're trying to do. You can pitch them a certain way and they'll hit you that way. And if you miss too much, they'll yank you this way. They said Ichiro could hit 30 home runs a year if he wanted to. But this dude, you see, got 3,000 hits being over here, and it was because the man was just a magician up there.
There were scouts who went over to Japan, loved Ohtani as a pitcher, but they said that as a position player, not sure if he'd be able to play at this level.
Yeah, well.
If you can believe that, there were scouts. Your brethren went over there, watched him play, and they said, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to hit at the big league level.
Yeah, well, be careful what you're talking about your scouts. I can see where you can go over there. It's a different league. They throw a lot of breaking balls. It's different. But I can't recall any scout that I talked to that went over there, and it was nothing but rave for the guy. They said he was going to be the truth. Same thing you're saying. They've never seen anything like this before. Yeah. And I kind of trust the guys that I work with, my brotherhood, especially when you're evaluating a talent like that. Those guys that said that, they probably don't have jobs right now.
What's it like facing a guy like Ohtani?
It's not easy. It's not facing Ohtani, Betts, Freeman. It's a good lineup, and when you make mistakes, these type of hitters can make you pay. And I think we saw that tonight. The first night we handled the top of the order really well, and the last two nights we just haven't been able to do that. So.
ご視聴ありがとうございました。今後も大谷翔平選手の活躍から目が離せません。チャンネル登録と高評価、ぜひよろしくお願いします。皆様からのコメントもお待ちしております。